Hi friends, let's solve 2020 AP SIT chemistry questions. So what's the first question? So the atomic weight and atomic number of an element A and Z are respectively. So the number of neutrons in the atom of that element are, it is nothing but A minus Z. So see this. So number of protons is simply the atomic number of an atom. However, proton plus neutrons will be mass number, or simply I can say number of neutrons is number of protons minus mass number A minus protons. Okay, so the next question. So the two electrons present in the orbital are distinguished by basically the spin quantum number. So the two electrons in the same orbital will be having a spin of plus 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2, and therefore they are distinguished by basically by the spin quantum number. Next, so what is the order of increasing energies of orbitals? So this 3s 3p 4s 3d 4p, this you can get simply from this diagram. So see this, so we'll be getting from 3s, next 3p 4s, then 3d 4p 5s. This is what is given asked in this question. So next, so ionic bond, how is it formed? It is not formed by sharing or donating, it is formed by transfer of electrons. So ionic bond is a complete transfer of valence electrons between atoms, and basically this chemical bond generates two types of ions. So in ionic bonds, the metal loses electrons to become positively charged, whereas a non-metal will accept the electrons and it will become negatively charged. So going to the next question. So the total number of electrons that take part in forming of nitrogen are 6. So we'll get to know why exactly it is 6. So see this. So here observe this bonding N2. So here you have a total of 6 number of electrons taking part in the bond formation. Next, so sum of mole fractions of two components of a solution is always exactly equal to 1. So we'll have a better understanding of this. So mole fraction, this is a dimensionless attribute, and sum of all the mole fractions is always equal to 1. This is a very important point. So therefore also student has to remember mole fraction is temperature independent and it is a unitless quantity, and sum of all the mole fractions is equal to unity. So what exactly is a 10N solution called? It is called a deca normal solution. Deca is related to 10. So deca and deca have two different meanings. So decanormal is 1/10 of a normal solution, whereas decanormal is multiplication of 10. So 10 times that of a normal solution. So the molarity of pure water, this is a very standard question. It is nothing but 55.6. So 55.55 to be precise is the. So next, So according to Bronsted-Lowry theory, which of the following is an acid? Among all the options given here, it is H3O plus. So Bronsted-Lowry acid is any species that is capable of denoting a proton. So H plus will be available in this. So the conjugate base of Bronsted-Lowry acid is a species formed after when an acid donates a proton. So only in this combination you have plus. So H3O plus is your answer. So the next question. So the pH solution containing 10 power minus 6 hydrochloric acid is, simply see the power of 10 to get the value. So here the formula is very simple. The pH value is minus log of that particular thing. So minus 10 log 10 power minus 6. So it's not 10. So here the base is 10, therefore minus into minus, which has become plus 6. Next, so calculate the quality of electricity that will be required for liberating 710 grams of chlorine gas from NaCl solution. So this is a homework question for you, but however I'll explain you the concept involved in this. Faraday's first law of electrolysis. So the mass of substance deposited or liberated at any electrode is directly proportional to the charge. So charge will be directly proportional to the mass. Next, the mass of substance deposited or liberated at any electrode passing through a certain amount of charge is directly proportional to the chemical equivalent of weight. So weight will also be proportional to charge. Next, so see this. So the standard reduction potential e power 0 has half reactions. So here E naught is plus 75 plus 0.76, and for iron it is plus 0.41 volts. Now the EMF is asked in this question. So here the EMF equation is given by E cell is equal to cathode minus anode. So here we have to remember EMF of a cell in this case is the oxidation potential of zinc electrode. This is standard reduction potential of iron electrode. So here this is given as 0.76 and this is given as 0.41. So we will be getting it as 1.17 volts. So next question. So the best electronic conductor. So you have to remember the conductivity table in this case. The answer is silver. So I will show you the order of it. The first comes silver, then copper, then gold, then aluminium. So just remember this order: silver, copper, gold and aluminium is the conductivity order of metals. So next, the electric charge for electrode deposition of 1 gram is equivalent to, so see the options. It is not coulombs per second or ampere per second, it is just charge on 1 mole of electrons. So charge on 1 mole of electron is equal to 1 Faraday, or it is also called gram equivalent of substance deposited by 1 mole of electrons. So this is a definition of Faraday. Next, hardness of water is expressed in terms of a very common thing, not in magnesium or sodium or potassium carbonate, it is only in calcium carbonate. So degree of hardness of water is expressed in terms of ppm parts per million weightage of calcium carbonate, which has these salts. Next, so which of the following is a powerful disinfectant? So if you observe, most commonly we use chlorine as a powerful disinfectant. Nitrogen is outdated. This is also not considered. So chlorine is one of the most widely used disinfectants and applicable for effective deactivation of pathogen. And it is also used in currently during this COVID measures, bleaching powder. So the process of killing of pathogenic bacteria is called sterilization because you heat it. This is for purification. This is for reducing the hardness. But killing bacteria is sterilization. So killing, inactivating, removing microorganisms, bacteria like bacterioviruses is done by sterilization. You use heat in this case. So the metal oxide film that can easily undergo corrosion is generally porous. If it is stable, it will not undergo corrosion. If it is volatile or unstable, so porous oxide films are the scales of non-protective which have free access to metal surface, and that is why there is a high chance of corrosion. So remember, it has to be porous oxide films. So in galvanization process, metal protects the base metal, zinc is coated. So galvanization is the process of applying a protective zinc coating to iron, and it is mainly used to prevent rusting, and you are doing it by hot dip galvanizing sections of the submerged in a bath of molten zinc. So which of the following is a thermosetting plastic? So among the options, bakelite is a thermosetting plastic. So bakelite is the first plastic which is made of synthetic components. It is a thermosetting plastic. Okay, so it is formed by condensation reaction of a phenol with formaldehyde. Next, so what exactly is a natural rubber? Natural rubber is a isoprene. It's not ethylene or vinyl chloride or styrene. So isoprene, and here it is this is a chemical name is of natural rubber is polyisoprene. So it is inbuilt, it is built by isoprene, and here the value of n, this is the representation of it. Next, so ebonite is nothing but rubber which is highly vulcanized. So vulcanization is a process. So ebonite is a hard and highly vulcanized rubber. So very standard question every year they ask, which is the coal having highest percentage of carbon. So if you observe this is the ranking. So plant material will convert into peat, then we will have lignite and subbituminous, bituminous and anthracite. This is highest pure coal. So the highest rank of coal is hard, brittle and lustrous coal. So the second grade, if this is the highest, the second better is bituminous, then lignite, then peat. Next, which of the following causes Minamata disease? Minamata disease is caused due to mercury. This is a standard question which is asked. in environmental chemistry. So Menveta disease is basically due to methyl mercury poisoning with neurological symptoms, and it is basically in the sea, and all the marine animals were affected due to the chemical factories that discharged into the sea. Next, the last question: which of the following is not a greenhouse gas? Observe, this is a greenhouse gas. Methane is also a greenhouse gas, water vapor. This is present in normal air. So this is your answer. So oxygen, nitrogen are generally not greenhouse gases, they are a part of air, and other gases are greenhouse gases.